Hey, lovely. Welcome back to the Brand Builders Lab podcast. Awesome to have you here. Today, I want to talk about how you get consistent clients because I know that this is a thing that a lot of businesses struggle with. And I've struggled with it in the past as well. But there is one thing that has made the biggest difference. And you're actually going to be a little bit annoyed at how simple this one thing is. But we need to talk about it because at the end of the day, you may not be doing it and it's costing you clients, it's costing you revenue. So, friend, we need to talk about what are the things that you need to be doing on the regular when it comes to attracting new clients. I'm going to make this so simple for you. I hope it's going to be really simple. I hope it's something you're going to be able to implement without too much trouble. The first thing, this is the thing you're going to be annoyed about, but the first thing is consistency online. Now, I'm going to tell you why this matters because I have had people that have come to me and wanted to coach with me. And at the time, they decided not to for whatever reason. But because they get an email from me at least once a week, because they see me on stories just about every day, because they listen to the podcast every week, and because they see me maybe in other places, LinkedIn, TikTok, etc., they are constantly reminded that I am the person that they want to work with. And I've had people that have come back to me and said, Suze, I just keep coming back to you again and again. And I know that you're the person that I have to work with. Now, that is what consistency is. I think that sometimes when people talk about being consistent online, it can kind of just wash over you. It can be something where you're like, oh my gosh, they're talking about consistency again. But you have to understand what it does is that it continuously builds repetition about what it is you talk about, why you're the person to work with, what it is that you think, and why you're the person that they should be coming back to. It's a constant reminder to them that maybe they're not doing what you're doing and sharing what it is that they have. And so, by you continuously showing up and being consistent, that's going to remind them that you're the person that they should work with. Now, in order to be consistent, because let's get into the nitty gritty of it, in order to be consistent, you have to have some sort of system in place. Now, this is one of the things that I am obsessed with. It is all about simplify, automate, which are the systems, and then amplify. We had a podcast on it a little while ago. I'll put that in the show notes. But when you simplify, so you're saying, okay, what is the thing that I want to sell? What is the one thing that I want more people to come into? And you take a look at how you are putting that out to market. Do you have a great sales page? Is the messaging clear about who this product is for? Do you have good pricing on it that is going to obviously help you be profitable as well? And then do you have the systems in place? And part of those systems, they're not always going to be automated. Systems are the things that you do on a regular basis, your systems and processes. So, for example, if I manually do a live workshop every single month, I bring new customers in, I build a relationship with them, I sell my thing, and then everything else is automated where they're getting nurture emails, where they're getting offers, and I'm sending them out an email every week to share the podcast with them. Whatever those systems are, you showing up on stories every day, you showing up online every day, that is a system within your business. It is something that you do on the regular, and it helps your audience to know that they can rely on you. Consistency helps your audience know that they can rely on you. And so when people say consistency matters, that is what they're talking about is, can I trust you? Can I trust you to do what you said you were going to do? You said there was going to be a podcast every week. Is there a podcast every week? You said that you were going to email me every week. Did you email me every week? And your inconsistency is actually sowing seeds of doubt in your potential client's mind because you're not doing what you said you were going to do. Whereas because I am consistent, because I'm always showing up, there are clients that are like, I know that she is going to do what she said she was going to do because I see her do it every day. And I see her doing it without any payment. And what I mean by that is Just because I get on stories doesn't mean I'm now getting paid for that. But what it is doing is that it is building and accumulating trust with my potential clients who then want to work with me, because other people who they might be looking at are not showing up, are not being consistent. So that's the first thing, is consistency. How to do it, why to do it, and what it does for your business. If you've got any questions about that, let me know. Send me a DM at Suze Chadwick, because I want to have this conversation more. Because one of the key elements of a really strong brand is repetition and recall. And that is what consistency does. The second thing, which I just mentioned before, is having a really good sales system in place. And so what does that mean? That means I want you to ask yourself, where have your last 10 clients come from? Number one, if you don't know that, then that is a gap in your business that you need to fill. So asking them how they found you, why they decided to work with you, what was it specifically about you that brought them in, what helped them to make the decision. Like, really understand why your clients buy from you and understand where those clients have come from. So when I think about the last couple of clients, the last 5, 10 clients that have come to me, number one, have been following me on Instagram for a little while. Some of them came through a live masterclass that I ran. They didn't know me before, but the masterclass really helped them to see what the issues were in their business. And so they decided to work with me. Another client, a couple of clients in the US, found me through the podcast and have been binge listening. So those are the mediums by which clients are finding me and building trust. Because remember the Google research, we talked about it on the podcast before, the 7-11-4, 7 hours of content where they can binge me, whether it's on socials, whether it's on the podcast, 11 different touch points. So that could be email, podcast, socials, etc., in 4 different ways. So that could be video, audio, written, etc. And so really understanding, how are people finding me? How can I make sure that I understand my clients and what it is that's helping them make the decision to work with me? And then how do I replicate that every day, week, and month? I just want to be really clear on this. If you're not replicating what is creating success for you, and can I tell you, it took me too long to figure this out. I'm just telling you now. It took me too long to figure this out in my business, because I was being a lazy marketer. I'd put a whole lot of things on Evergreen and they weren't converting the way that I want. And I just left them on Evergreen, and we tried to fix it and tweak it. But going back to what is working right now for your audience and also taking a look around the market, I am seeing a lot more live things. I'm seeing people running live events on a monthly basis, people like Russell Brunson, who's like multi-billion-dollar kind of business. If somebody who is $1 billion business is running live events every month, because obviously that's what's converting at the moment, maybe we should learn a little bit from that. Whatever your way of connecting and attracting clients is, you've got to decide, okay, if I know that this works, so my podcast works, showing up on socials works, sending emails works, running live webinars works. Those are my 4 ways of attracting clients into my business. And so if those are the 4 ways that work, then you can bet your bottom dollar that I am going to be doing those over and over and over again. So we've now just implemented a system within the business where we're going to be running live workshops every single month. And if those convert as well as I hope they're going to convert, because they've converted really well in the past, we might go to 2 a month. Now, for some people, they might think, oh, that feels like a lot. That would be 2 hours worth of work a month. So I could even go weekly. We've just got to take a look at what that cycle looks like, but know what's working, 10x it. So for example, I'm like, I want to do more on the podcast. I go through these fits and spurts where I have always done weekly for the last 8 years. We are almost at 400 episodes. So I have always done weekly, but sometimes I get these energy bursts where I'm like, I just want to do more. So then I add in some bonus episodes because that's just what I want to do. But that also helps to continue to connect with my audience. So I could 10x, I could 3x, whatever it is that I'm doing, and see what is helping me to attract more of the clients that I want. So number 1 is consistency, having a good, consistent system and process in your business. Number two is understanding what is selling for you. So, what activities are you doing in your business that are bringing in the most clients? And number three is mindset. It's how are you thinking about what it is that you're doing? How are you pushing yourself? How are you going after bigger opportunities? How are you thinking about what else you could be doing that you would love to do? I'm not here to help you create work that you don't love to do. I think that when you find the things that are working and you double down on them, then it's also fun to say, what else could I do that would be really awesome that could bring in new clients? So for me, I'm currently looking at venues for Melbourne Women in Business breakfast. I used to run them years ago. My community have asked me for them since. I haven't been doing them, but I'm like, I really love that. I think it's great for community. I think it's great for networking. It's how I got a lot of my first clients, really building that local community. And then also looking at running like a full day personal brand workshop, which I've been thinking about doing for a while. And I'm like, yes, I would definitely want to do that. I want to make it something that's really energized, have like a stylist there, have somebody doing storytelling, have me talking about personal brand power. And so those are the three things to really be thinking about when you want to be attracting new clients. What's working and what else can I be doing? And how can I think about this? How can I think bigger? How can I put myself in new environments that's going to help me to create more value for my audience? The other thing I've been thinking about is just millionaire mornings. And so looking at beautiful hotel spaces, lobbies, etc., where I can go and work and plan and put myself in new and different environments and maybe invite a couple of people who I think would be really great to have those moments with. And you know something? That would be free. That would be free for me to do. Yet it could change my mindset and it could change the way in which I'm showing up in my business and creating. And I'm like, I would love that. Get dressed up, go out for breakfast, talk about how we're going to be creating wealth in our business. Like, I want to be around other people who are here for that kind of conversation. So, that is how you are going to make more sales in your business and create more value so that you can earn more revenue and pay yourself more, because that is what we're here to do. Impact, influence, income. Yes? Yes, yes. So good to see you. I will see you on the next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you share it, because my other goal this year is to get to at least 5,000 subscribers. I don't know if that's a big goal or not, but I'm like, yes, I want to get to 5,000 subscribers this year so that I can connect with even more people and share how you can build a powerful brand that sells for you.